Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Today it's November 15th, 1982. And today we are reading the latest issue of Computer Gaming World. Welcome to my world, Computer Gaming World. This is the November-December issue from 1982. The front of the cover of this magazine actually is an anniversary of either Pac-Man or of Computer Gaming World. Or they just wanted Pac-Man to eat something. Let's open up and see what gaming is like. Every now and then I like to read magazines to see if we really are up to speed and in the right place as far as in our journey playing every single video game. It also gives us an idea of what you would experience if you were a gamer, because you would see ads on TV every now and then. You may go into some video game stores, but a lot of the information you're going to be getting is right here in magazines just like this. All right, so this is the Volume 2, Number 6. We already saw the front cover of this magazine, and last time we're not really going to hit on the entire table of contents because we're going to be reading the whole magazine. So, yeah, if you want to, there's the brief overview. And let's flip on to the next page. Oh, yeah, I think last time we were reading the magazine, everyone threw out the age they were right now or what age you would have been at this time. The editorial in the beginning is more interesting than usual. Most of the time, we kind of skip by it, but this one is fascinating. This is looking at the industry of video games, primarily in North America, and how the computer gaming market has changed from 1981 to 1982. So you can see here, they're breaking down every company, the number of new games that they did in 1981, and then in the first 6 months, because I think they're only doing half of the year for 1982, how many new games they made. This is a great way to show how exponentially bigger everything is. Someone even left me a comment that said, oh, man, there's so many more games that you do now, or you're spending a long time on 1982. Why is that? Well, it's because everyone's got computers now. There's a lot more people making games, and the amount and volume of games is compounding. Yeah, look at that. You can see the numbers just go way, way up. Especially Adventure International, we've played a lot that they've done. But look at that. In only half in 1982, they already have 38 new games compared to all of last year. Atari Program Exchange, APX, they have already done 10. I'm surprised. I think we played more than that, at least in the first 6 months. And then Dynacomp, Artworks, Creative Computing Software, Sierra Online, changed the name from Online Systems. It's not Online Incorporated. At least they didn't think so. But look at that. The numbers don't lie. And let me give you even more down there. Look at that. Going all the way to the end. And then they show the number of releases in 1981 game releases, the first half of 1982, and then the numbers for the market share. It shows at the very bottom right of the screen. That is incredible. And a testament to why we're taking so long in 1982. Another reason is here on the show, I meticulously worked on 1982, making sure no game was left behind, and we're doing the same thing for 1983. Before that, I kind of hit on just the really good games. What were the big hitters from 1981 and 1980, and now I've been adding more and more games to the backlog, but that shows why we're going to be doing this quest for a long time. Oh, I know, right? Well, this one is the Computer Gaming World magazine. So I saw the mention of the video game crash, right? In 1983, while the console world of the video game crash may bring some releases down, the computer world, though, is just going to keep ramping up and up. It's going to be awesome to see. Over here on the right side, we got some letters. Oh, someone's writing an editorial or responding to what they talked about with software piracy. Essentially, Computer Gaming World has done some articles about when a video game comes out like Pac-Man, someone makes a game like Gobbler and Muncher and games that pretty much play like Pac-Man. Is that piracy, to be taking a concept or an idea and then making it into a game? Really, really fascinating idea. Right now, I'm glad they do it. I love playing the video games in the Wild West of gaming where anyone can do whatever they want to do, and so it's fun. But at the time, I can understand why it would have brought up some controversy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to definitely lose the lack of quality in the market, you bet. And over here, we got some back issues. People saying that they love Computer Gaming World. I don't even know if that's a real letter or not, or they just wanted to, get some clout for Computer Gaming World. All right, let's keep flipping on. This is a peek of some games that are coming up. I believe... Oh, products are going to receive additional attention. Okay, so not necessarily products that are brand new that we're going to be getting a sneak peek for. First one's Alien Garden, which I believe we're going to be seeing this one at some time in November 1982. So I haven't seen that one yet. But then down here in the bottom right, we got Four. We've already seen that one. They also mentioned High Res Computer Golf by Avant-Garde Software. Four, among some of the other games we played for home computers that involve golf, can't hold a candle to everything on console. If you want to play good golf right now, you're going to find that on home consoles rather than home computers. There was a really fascinating, well-done golf game called 3D Golf Simulation that we played on the Fujitsu FM7 home computer in Japan, but that one more was just a feast of the eyes. Seeing the 3D graphics draw in was just mind-blowing. But as far as a game of golf, it was slow. It was really, really slow. There's some pictures for it, too. In the center here, this column has Escape from Vulcan's Isle. Oh, these are all Crystalware systems. Oh, that were ported later to automated simulation. So Epic's picked up some of these games that we saw from Crystalware. Crystalware was awesome. They made some way ahead of their time video games, and here they are. They just were ported over, like King Arthur's Heir was a game we had played previously before, Vulcan's Isle, Crypt of the Undead. All of them are top-down games that are meant to be like exploratory adventure games, sort of, with a flourish of role-playing elements every now and then. But they just pumped in a ton of stuff. If you want to play something crazy by Crystalware, Fantasyland 2041 is the most jam-packed video game that's going pumping way ahead of its weight class. And then we got Death Race 82. I really want to hear what they have to say about this. This was terrible. High-res arcade game. You attempt to drive your turbo car through 10 concrete road mazes, killer robots, and death squad cars. Your weaponry includes a rear-firing bazooka, an oil slick, killers, someone sent it clockwise on Apple. Okay, it doesn't really tell anything about the game too much because it must be a preview of what's going to happen. But it's a cool premise, but it doesn't deliver. Not very good or fun to play. Then we have Federation, a Defender-style game. That's another really good one. More Defender, bring it on. Zero Gravity Pinball. I found that one to be a little bit underwhelming too because it's trying to do something different, but again, it doesn't. It even falls more flat, I'd say, than Death Race 82. And if you notice that what we're doing here, these really aren't true reviews or reviews we would find in the normal sense. They just kind of describe the game because this is what makes the magazine a novelty or this time period. As a gamer, you're just getting, look at these, you're getting fuzzy screenshots and then just a small blurb about the game, and that's it. Maybe you're lucky and you got a distributor or a place you can go to pop in the game and play it a little bit before you buy it. But a lot of times this was it. And then it was mail order too for a lot of this stuff. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Yeah, that'll be the summer of 83 when we get to that. But that'll be, way more popular consoles. The Sega SG-1000 home console and the Famicom. Yeah. Oh, and Brad, yeah, the 2600 Golf. What you got good at it? There's also miniature golf, which is fun too. All right, and then over here on the right side. Oh, look at this. This is a fun ad. This advertisement has no headline. Mere words fail to convey the excitement that is truly Legionnaire. So Legionnaire actually is a very well done game. This is one of the best games you could play that are strategy games right now. It uses a similar engine as Eastern Front 1941, and I raved about that one too. Being able to move a cursor around and play a strategy game is leagues better than all the other ones where you're typing in coordinates and things like that. And Legionnaire is like that, very well done. I believe I gave it 4.5 stars of all the games you could play right now on all home computers. So I'm with them. The ad holds true that, yeah, there's no tagline. They didn't put anything up here. That's funny. All right, let's keep flipping on. And our next page has, oh, is this more? We got more stuff? Yeah, more games. Bring it on. Oh, there's a picture of Zero Gravity Pinball right there. they added tons of flippers into the game, but it doesn't make it any more fun when you add all that. Oh, well, Elder Scrolls, not quite. That more is like a first-person dungeon crawl. Legionnaire is like a top-down strategy game similar to, what's a more... I'm referring to games from 1982, so I don't have a modern... I've been so immersed into the culture and games of this period, trying to get a good gauge when we rate these games, that I actually don't have a much of a modern sense for new strategy games that are out there. But Legionnaire is very close to Eastern Front 1941, or some of the other games by SSI that they do. But even better than that, yeah, it's a war game. All right, the next game is Teleport. I don't believe we've seen that one yet. It uses the Votrack speech synthesizer. What? No way. Oh, sweet. So we got to look forward to that. I know we'll be seeing that one soon. And then we have Money Munchers, or how to write an Apple program, IBM program. Okay, so that's by Datamost. Oh, nice. And then Money Munchers is a maze chase game. Oh, okay. Oh, we did see that one. Yeah. Of the other games Datamost does, Money Munchers really wasn't that big a deal. And then we got Mars Cars. I don't believe we've seen that one yet. We'll be seeing that one soon. A lot of these we might be seeing on the show sometime around November 1982. And then we got, Thoroughly Tunnels. This is pretty cool. So a really great game came out on the Atari home computer. APX did it originally, or published it originally. It was called Caverns of Mars, that had you shooting down a tunnel. It's like a shoot 'em up, but it's a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up going down. It was awesome. Thoroughly Tunnels is essentially a variant of that. So if you didn't have the Atari home computer to play Caverns of Mars, which is one of the best games you could play on home computers, Thoroughly Tunnels is a very well done game to play. And it's only $29.95. Check that out. All right, and then over here we got, a totally different edge of the spectrum. This is Kamikaze. Now, Kamikaze, we played this whenever we had a guest on the show, but Kamikaze was just a move left, right, and fire game. It was a really simple shooter. Nothing fancy about it, but look at the price difference. It's also available for the Apple II. This one's $35, but Thoroughly Tunnels is $29.95. Now, if you were, this is a great example of the difference between seeing a game in a magazine and what's the real story. If you saw this in the magazine, you actually would probably go thinking Kamikaze was a better game than Thoroughly Tunnels, but Kamikaze is more expensive and is, what is that a contest? You might win $5,000 playing Kamikaze? Man, what a rip. It's such a ripoff. I can't believe it. But Thoroughly Tunnels is the winner. That is way, way better. But all you're getting is these two fuzzy screenshots, and that's it. Is it from reading? You win $5,000 from reading the blurb? I don't know if that'll work. All right, then we got Klondike 2000 next. It's like gold mine. I had to add that one to the show after reading the magazine. I wasn't aware of this Klondike 2000. Well, we will be seeing that one soon too. Then we got Shuttle Intercept. We played that one also too. It's kind of similar to Defender, but it has a gimmick where you're grabbing items to get your points. So you don't just get points only from shooting. You have to grab and time your shuttle to pick things up. So a little interesting there. Final Conflict is a strategy game. Yeah, there we go. You can see the screenshot. Final Conflict is a really, really difficult strategy game, but real-time strategy. Fun, fun, fun. Then we got King Cribbage. Don't really care about that one. Star Traders, which was based on, the Muse Software one, Star Traders. Nice. Frazzle. We played Frazzle. Here's the screenshot for it. Frazzle looks like you're playing Asteroids, but it actually plays a little bit looser than that. It's a poor man's kind of Asteroid style game. Yes, we have. Yeah, Activision has the patches. In fact, some of the Activision games we've seen we've seen the patches. Not here on the show did we actually get enough points to be part of the club, though. All right, and then we have Know Your Apple. I don't think we're going to see that one. Monster Mash. Haven't seen this one yet. Arcade game. Graveyard Mashing Headstones. That sounds fun. So I think we're going to see that one sometime in November 1982 as well. And then we got, from Piccadilly Software, Warp Destroyer. Got a cursor on the screen using things to shoot. And then we got Picnic Paranoia. Arcade game for the Atari. Yes, we've seen both Atari and the Apple II version of Picnic Paranoia. And we'll hit on that one a little bit later. All right, so let's flip on here. This is just rapid fire. There's a screenshot of video game review after video game review. Picnic Paranoia, and then we got Protector 2. That is one of the best Defender games on a home computer right now. Protector 2 is awesome. $35 though is kind of a steeper price for computer games. Not nearly as much as they are for consoles though. And then we have Claim Jumper. Excellent arcade game. Kind of simple, but fun to play with 2 people. Claim Jumper we've seen too. Oh, and one of the big ones we've seen this year, Frogger, the official Frogger that Sierra Online did, available for both Atari and Apple. And they got examples of the picture screenshots there. And then another strategy game, Battle for Normandy. Shoot 'em up in space, man. I tried to play this one. SEUIS, Shoot 'em up in space, is a strategy game toolkit where you're like designing planes and you send all the commands to the plane and then they execute them. It is the slowest shoot 'em up. I know they use the term shoot 'em up. We have a different definition for shoot 'em up. They're a lot faster games than this. Oh yeah, Synapse Software is so good. We're about to see an ad for that too. Yeah, the Frogger we have that's right now on home computers is excellent. At that point, I believe I touched on it when we played the Frogger games. We already saw so many games like Frogger. Frogger variants, people riffing on Frogger, and a lot of them were really, really good games. So when the official one came out, it actually wasn't as big of a punch. I was expecting to give the official Frogger 5 stars of all the games you could play on home computers. But it was, it just has a lot to live up to with all the other ones out there. Then we have another one like the Warp Factor, Cosmic Balance. Oh, excellent game right here. Valley of the Kings. It's a graphic style adventure game, or it's more like they're making a game that's similar to Atari's Adventure. Let's run around, pick up some items, make your way through levels. Only $30 is a good deal. Oh, look at this ad. Giant one for two-way over here. Oh, nice. And the ad kind of shows what you're expecting, but if you're not familiar with exactly what to expect, two-way, when we played this, blew my mind because it looks so good. This looks like we're playing Tempest at home. And we played a couple games that kind of are homage to Tempest, but two-way was very well done graphics on the Apple II, making it look like the vector graphics of Tempest in the arcade. But this right now is the best way to play Tempest at home. And it doesn't have that much competition. There's only about maybe 2 other games that play similar to Tempest, but this one, two-way's very well done. Yeah. All right, besides two-way, let's keep flipping on to the next page. And here we got some more stuff for hobbyists, and oh yeah, this is just about corrections to and news of what's happening. What do we got? Hey, letting us know about the industry. So what's like the official Frogger with this ad here. Let me pull it up. There's the ad there. Hayden Book Company changed to Hayden Software Company. I've said it before, there's always a story with video games. And here on the show, we can't cover every single story. I try to link my videos to other videos where people are doing more in-depth histories, because I could right now go into details about the Hayden Publishing Company. Hayden Publishing Company was a book company, publishing books. They ended up publishing books that were made to have games you could type in on computers. And that ended up leading them to make Hayden Publishing Company make video games. And now you can see this, they're changing their name to Hayden Software Company. I know, it looks so good, right? And then we got Edgeware Services. Oh, sweet. Right down here. Look at this. The Arcade Machine Contest. That is a video game that allows you to make your own Galaxian shoot 'em up. A video game that allows you to create your own shooter, and this is their contest. It's genius. Broderbund is basically saying, buy the game, make your own shooter, and then give it to us. So, clever idea to find other programmers there. We also got David's Midnight Magic, the pinball game. Broderbund's releasing some other stuff. And then we got Bomb Alley, Atari. I'm looking for any vaporware, or I'm looking for any news that never came to pass. So far, everything's legit. Like we got SSI, Strategic Simulations Incorporated. Same games we've seen so far on the show. But nothing there, at least not that I can see. And then down here at the bottom, they got a correction about some games by UMI. And yeah, we got those. Nice. Over on this side is an ad about the history of war game design. The whole magazine, Computer Gaming World, is primarily a war gaming magazine. It's built from all the strategy gamers, because if you're a computer gamer right now, one of the differences between you playing computer games and console games is you have the ability on home computers to play these sprawling war simulation games, strategy games. And so this is like the history behind how it all started. And it's funny hearing about history from a magazine from 1982, but they go into it, how war games got started. And then how do you get your start? How do you make a war game yourself? You can see they're showing the humble beginnings of SSI, and I'm looking to see if they have any other companies there. I don't think so. Yeah, and a little bit of history on the magazine, because some of the editors were involved with SSI, so you're going to see a lot of ads for, like, one of the first ads we saw when we opened up the magazine was from Strategic Simulations Incorporated. Over here on the right side, we want some video game publishers, so we want to buy your game. All right, sounds good. That's right, Manly. If there was more TV, maybe we wouldn't have as many war gamers. All right, over here we got some apologies about decision making methods, and this is standard fare. This is giving you some information about what you can do with your rules on video games. It's helping other designers make their war games fair, balanced, and so forth. So it's letting people know we made some mistakes last time. Here's how you can correct those. That's right, Curtis. If there was more smartphones, there probably wouldn't be war games either. All right, so this is just helpful hints for aspiring war gaming enthusiasts to make their own stuff. And then real world gaming, what do they got? Okay, yeah, this is more information about system definitions for creating your own games. Over here is an extremely boring ad. I wasn't very impressed with it. This is Horse Racing Classic. Basically, it's horse race betting, but you can see $37 because it's very in depth. I believe it's 9 players. Yeah, you can have 9 people, but it's just betting on horses. But it does what it does well. It's just not my cup of tea. All right, coming on the next side, we got Guadalcanal Campaign. Oh, nice. Japanese strategy. This is another one we played on the show, or attempt to play. A lot of these war games, you could spend months and months playing, and we usually do a quick showcase, 5 to 15 minutes sometimes, but when we show games on the show, but these are in-depth, and Guadalcanal Campaign is no exception. Look at this. Going through a lot about this one, so more information about that. Very good game. And then over here on the left side, we got a few games. Oh, the one we just saw, Attack on Epsilon Cygnus 4. Awesome. Very fun game. In the middle here, we got 2 sports games, Hockey and Soccer by Gamma Software. Both of these were a pleasant surprise. They're 2 games that we played on home computers that allowed 4 people simultaneously to play hockey and soccer. They're great. And then even more than that is Seamus. Notice that there's no rating. There's no percentage. There's no 1 out of 10. It's just, is the game good? And they just talk about it. That's how the magazine works right now. I know, right? I know. I'm the same way. I love all games. That's why we have the show. No genre is left behind. But Seamus is so good. Now, it says flaws. What would they call a flaw of Seamus right now? I gave it 5 stars of all the games you could play. Most addictive games reviewed among the best arcade games for the Atari. Over 100 rooms. Yeah, it's a really, really fun game. Maze guards. Yeah, I wonder what I guess in the details they're talking about the flaws. But oh, it has a bug that can set the game speed incorrectly. Okay. I wasn't familiar with that one. I didn't see that one. Oh, and the pause key. Yep. There's not pause control. How spoiled is that right now in the middle of November 1982? That they're upset that the video game doesn't have a pause control. That's too funny. All right, over on the right side, we got Synapse Software. There it is. Picnic Paranoia, Fort Apocalypse, Nautilus, several other games. Now, I hit on it before. We have played Picnic Paranoia both on the Apple II and the Atari home computer. Picnic Paranoia is a great arcade game. It just, I felt like it was limited because you are using this tiny fly swatter. And so it didn't have a longer lasting appeal, but it is by Synapse Software, because you got to admit, all this has great presentation. The way they start the game, it feels like it was a game already made for the arcade. It just has a premise and a play style that just is not as rewarding as some of the other arcade games. But I will say we have played arcade games that started on computer that could have been in the arcade. They were that good. Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't need to pause the game, right? That's true. If you want to grab a drink, that's true. So we've already seen both versions of this one. It's still fun, worth your time, big time. But the rest we have by Synapse Software is kind of interesting. We got Fort Apocalypse right here. We haven't seen it yet. We're going to see it pretty close. Nautilus is one of the best. This is a very unique game, and it's a must. It's a must for 1982. You need to play Nautilus, especially with a friend. Chicken's a very well done, like Avalanche-style game. It's great. Slime's pretty cool, but not as amazing as everything else. Protector 2 is one of the best. Then we saw Claim Jumper, as we saw before. And then over here, we got a few others, particularly Reptilian. Reptilian is a game that was slated to release. Apparently, it was complete or about to be completed, but then the developer just left. So this right here is vaporware. There is no such game as Reptilian, unless anyone knows about some secret demo or prototype of it. So keep your eyes peeled and let me know if you find anything on Reptilian by Synapse Software. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing too. Playing every single game. Here on the show, I've seen and played games that I've heard of and enjoyed, but then there's games I've never heard of and enjoyed immensely. It's been a really fun ride playing all this stuff. All right, so let's flip on to the next page. Looks like we're caught up so far. Over here is Eastern Front, 1941, just like I said before. It's a huge game. One of the best you could play right now. It's awesome. And this one's giving you some other scenario options, which is really fun. Over here on the right side, we got, what is this, some code to type in? Oh, it's Mathemagic. Number 153. We'd have to read into more of that. All right, let's flip on to the next page. Oh, yes, this is it. The ultimate in fantasy, and I'm totally with them there. These are some great looking ads too. So the Ultima 1 and Ultima 2, they're both out right now on the Apple II computer. And wait a second, Atari? No, it's not. This is not available for the Atari right now. Someone proved that. Every other article I've seen and every ad, it doesn't come out to the Atari until 1983. Even the copyright on the Atari version is 1983 as well. Someone maybe wants to cross-check that one. Because right now it's on the Apple II only. And we have seen another ad by Sierra Online that they kind of I think they said the Dark Crystal, the video game, is already out, but it's not out yet. So maybe they're putting out ads before they're completed. But man, oh man, I could go on and on about Ultima. Right now, the biggest role-playing games are Wizardry and Ultima. Both Ultima and Wizardry have their sequels that you could play right now. I am the Ultima fan, but I mean, they're still great. I would still choose one over the other. Ultima feels like it is Wizardry with a dungeon crawl element, but it also getting more world building, more NPCs, story. You're going on a more fantastical quest. Wizardry, though, is still a very, very well done dungeon crawl game. Yeah, they had to have been in advance. Yeah, I'm with you there, Curtis. But anyone can cross-check now. You can get the artificial intelligence of today to tell you whatever you want to hear. If you want to hear that the Atari version came out right now, then yeah, you probably could find that too. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. This is you creating your character in Ultima. And then eventually, yeah, here, this is some gameplay of what it's like in the game. This is huge, huge game. When you do go into a dungeon, it does go to a first-person perspective from a 3D, but you have all of this. You have so much that's in this game. It's one of the biggest titles you could play right now. And this one does have bugs and flaws that, you know, when you look back on it now, and you look at the whole series of Ultima, of course, but then, like, right at this time, Ultima is amazing. It is one of the best games ever. One of the best comments ever, Brad. Awesome. All right, so yeah, Ultima is fantastic. I don't believe it's on the Atari yet. Apple II right now, but it is done by Sierra Online. All right, let's keep going on. Next, we got an ad for Star Maze. This is a great game. Your ship looks and plays just like Asteroids, but you're scrolling and flying all around the place in a top-down maze game. Very, very well done. Look who it's by. Same people who do Wizardry. And then we got, on this side, Legionnaire. More information for us there. Same one here. Big ol' ad for Star Maze. High-res arcade. Looks good. Yeah, and it is very, very fun. And then we got Cytron Masters for the Atari. That's funny. They say conversion versus upgrade because the Atari version added a little tweak to make Cytron Masters a little bit better. Yeah, it's very well done. Another really good ad. We played this one too. This is the very first video game where you could storm the beaches of Normandy by SSI. It's lots of fun. And then over here we got programming for the TRS-80. It's still kicking from 1977. Another giant ad for Andromeda Conquest. Another massive strategy game. And another one that I couldn't do justice here on the show. But I always include links. If you see a game and you want to get more information, hopefully you can follow the links and have even more fun. All right, let's keep flipping on. Then we got, what's this one? Torpedo Fire. Oh, nice. Yeah, another good one. Another one by SSI. And over here we got Monster Mash. We haven't seen this one yet. This is the most bizarre ad. This is the time where you can get ads that do not look professional, at least from a modern sense. We'll see that one pretty soon. And over here we got some... Oh, different scenarios. Okay, they're continuing where they left off last time. And on the right side, we got some other chess games, other things you can play besides Sargon 2. Because Sargon 2 is one of the best ways to play chess. Yeah, it does. I'm excited to see what Monster Mash is like. Oh my gosh, and over here we got an ad for Aztec. Just saw this one. Amazing. It is quirky and glitchy as all get out, but Aztec is so influential and amazing that they're able to get an exploratory platformer out right now. It's going to influence tons and tons of games. Which one? Yeah, this one? That looks crazy over there by my shoulder. Oh, man. Then we got some fast micro reviews. Crazy Mazy is the one we played. Laser Maze, too. Nice. And then we got over here, next page is Sea Fox. We played both versions of this one. Fun game to play, arcade style. Computer foreign exchange. Yeah, we're not going to see lots of fun with that one. And then we have some other games for... You can see what kind of market of computers we're talking about in this magazine. Apple, TRS-80, and Atari. Those are the big ones, especially right now in North America. We haven't hit on Japanese games, though. We are going to see one later this week on the show. And then... Oh, these are just ads from before. If you want to write in, you can do it right there. What else? Ooh, what's this? Rankings. Why is Ultima number 7? Why is Ultima number 7? Zork 2? Now, we've already seen Zork 3. Zork 3 is out right now. Very interesting, though. Maybe because we're getting this issue would have been available October for the November, December. But, wow. And then Computer Gaming World's top 10. Number 1 is still Wizardry. Olympic Decathlon. Choplifter. Ooh, very nice. Yeah. No way. Rendezvous is on the list. It was number 8 last time. That's too funny. Yeah, Ultima 2. It's out now. Play it. It's too good. Good stuff. And then it shows all the games that are here. On the right side, we have a very difficult game to play nowadays. The Alien. Not to be confused with the official Alien that we just recently played on the Atari 2600. The Alien is another strategy game, but it's going to be influencing other strategy games based on the movie Alien. But it's moving from room to room. It's almost like you're extreme top-down view and telling all your person where to move to capture and get rid of the alien. I know, right? Looks awesome. And then our last page is just an ad by Microcomputer Games or Avalon Hill. And I always like to go through and say if we played it or seen it or not. So there's Legionnaire, VC, yep. This one is actually an interesting one. GFS Sorceress, I believe is what it's called. This game is one we missed. And we have a great friend of the show, the Wargaming Scribe. He goes into a lot more detail than we do here on Chronologically Gaming. And I asked him one time, what if you were to pick your favorite strategy games in 1982, what would you pick? And he said this one. He said we missed it, and we did. So this one's on our backlog to check out at some point. But this one is up there with Eastern Front 1941 of how good it is. So there you go. That is what's happening right now in computer gaming world. And that's where we got to put our video game playing on pause or video game reading. We are still going to continue this insane quest to play and see every single video game in order of release and capture the best context that no one's ever done before. All over the world, every system that we can get our hands on. Next time on Chronologically Gaming, we are hunting ghosts on the ZX81, and Microsoft shows us how to really fly. That's it for today, and like I always say, if you think this is too many video games, just imagine if we found all the games that were lost. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.